Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Wednesday night of racing here on Start Your Systems TV, the home and place of pro Supercross racing and MX Simulator. I, of course, in the booth and brought to you here with Checkers, my co-host as always. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing fabulous. Welcome to the penultimate round of the MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Racetech. We got some 250 East action and, of course, the 450, the big boys, this 450 Supercross class. It's definitely going to be a barn burner tonight, although that title is wrapped up. Tyson Fresquez, four-time RF Supercross champion after wrapping it up last week. But we got a lot of heated battles in the points still to be worked out. It's going to be an awesome night here in New Jersey, East Rutherford, and a sweet track design here. Actually, my favorite of the series, I think.
Yeah, I've been excited. A lot of people in chat were talking about it. You know how it is. I only get like a minute or two to quickly get a time trial in, not even a full lap. But I've heard there's 3 whoop sections in tonight's track, and one of them separated by a wall. That could be really interesting. So, unless
it's a whoop section with a wall in the middle to kind of make it 3, and then another shorter. They're all kind of short, and I felt like they were fairly easy, and I suck at the whoops, but some longer rhythms, which will be interesting to see what the guys can pull off. And I just felt like it was really, really well built and flows really well. And no, I'm not patting myself on the back because I had nothing to do with it.
Well, as always, we like to talk about qualifying. So let's get a quick rundown before we get going racing in about a minute and a half here.
Absolutely. Let's start with the 250 East class. Connor Lynn's fast time, really closely followed by Connor Holyak. So the battle of the Connors once again there. Tanner Rogers, 3rd fastest qualifier. Andre Santos, 4th fastest. Adam Holm, top 5 fastest qualifier. Then Landry, DeSalle, Carlo, Spillick, and Blakely were your top 10 fastest qualifiers in that 250 East division. In the 450 class, at the top of the board, maybe no surprise, his hometown race, Jeremy Smith on the number 4. Jeremy Shipley, 2nd fastest qualifier. And interestingly enough, Smith and Shipley are separated by a mere 7 points for 2nd in the series. So those guys have a huge fight going on. Whelan and Armstrong and Jack Haley, top 5 fastest qualifiers. Whelan, of course, coming off his first win of the season last week. Then it's Burkeen, Vanderlee, Colton Mitchell, Craig Leake, and Jesse Mullins rounding out the top 10. The big surprise might be Tyson Fresquez, newly crowned champion, 4-time champion now, all the way down into 18th fastest qualifier spot. And also a huge turnout tonight in the 450 class. We had 48 riders sign up and run lap times in that 450 class. That'll be something to keep an eye on, while the 250 East class only had 26 guys actually run a lap time. So going to be pretty easy to make a main event there for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, and sadly the 4 that will not make it to the main are not going to have a good night, that's for sure, after knowing how close they could have came. So it's going to be an interesting night. And just before we get going again really quick, just letting you guys know, Friday we will have info of St. Jude. We are ready to go. This series is about to kick off, and I hope you guys are very, very excited for the recent info. And after watching Checkers track the other day, we're in for a treat, guys. It's going to be a crazy 4-round series.
Yeah, absolutely, and also info coming out for the King of the Block Pound.
Yes, that's right,
Friday
May 11th,
so another
right?
sick event. And then looking at the point standings here, in the 250 Supercross East Division, we have tonight plus Las Vegas, and 6 points separating Connor Lynn's and Connor Holyak. We have a title fight on our hands. Running 3rd in the series, Kellen Brower. He's out of the championship running. But, man, we have a battle on our hands for the top spot. That's going to be awesome to watch. Lynn's, of course, had to miss a round due to a ban this year. So Holyak was able to pick up some serious points, averaging a best finish of an average finish of 1.5 for Connor Lynn's. He has been unbelievable. But missing that round, he's got a title fight, and Holyak's been fast. He's been really, really good. We're getting set here for 450 Supercross Heat number 1. And there goes the restart right here.
Yep, loading on in. And quickly, as we just talked about, and sadly Kellen tonight is dealing with a bit of a stomach bug, so hope he feels well soon, and I'm hoping he's racing tonight. I know he said he was kind of on the fence, so we'll see what happens.
All right, on the line, we have Cameron Lee, Peter Lyke, William St. Lawrence, Sean Klein, Spencer Turley, Chase Donovan, Jack Zarsch, James Armstrong, Jordan Vanderlee, Josh Hamilton, Michael Wheeler, Jesse Mullins, Casey Ohlert, Kevin Frazaka, Jesse Hindy, Tyler Schmidt, Reed Young, Matt Burkeen, Jeremy Shipley, and Tyson Fresquez. Gate is down and into turn number 1.
Okay,
Fresquez and Vanderlei.
Keep going. Sorry.
Jeremy. No, that's Tyler Schmidt. Jumps into the lead down straightaway. Number 1 goes from 3rd into 1st. Jeremy Shipley follows close. There comes Vanderlei and Mullins. We lost Fresquez. He must have went down in rhythm section number 1.
Yeah, Fresquez, as he said, not having a great start out tonight. 18th in qualifying, usually a much faster lineup than that. Already winning the championship, not a big deal to him. Right now, Vanderlei looking pretty solid in 3rd. Right behind him, Allard. Oh, getting into the bales, allowing Mullins to get by for the final transfer as of now.
And there comes Fresquez up into the number 5 spot. But out front, Schmidt leads the way with Shipley right behind him. And Vanderlei's peeking his nose in.
Yeah, Vanderlei has been looking really good lately, the last couple rounds.
He's going to lose 1 spot, maybe 2. Schmidt triples up, though. Is he going to be able to catch him at the end of the rhythm? He jumps right back into the lead. Nice recovery from Tyler Schmidt on the TBR number 36. Defending East Coast 250 champion. Gave up on the 250 as things weren't going so well. Has been looking great on the 450.
Right now, absolutely good racing, and of course Schmidt, Shipley, no stranger to a podium finish in most heats. Vanderlei up here doing well, and also Mullins is now creeped up with Fresquez. And Fresquez makes a mistake.
Comes up short and goes down. William St. Laurent going to move up into the top 5.
So keeping an eye on this front too right now. We got a little bit of hell last week for missing a really good battle on the heat, so I'm also going to keep an eye on the front as well as the transfers. So if you see anything going on, of course, let me know if I miss it.
Shipley was looking inside there on Schmidt, and Vanderlei actually lost time, got punted up on the berm by Mullins. I shouldn't say punted, he got block passed and stood up by Mullins. He's going to lose some serious spots, allowing Kevin Furzaka on the Tiger Designs ride to go all the way up into the final transfer spot.
Yeah, good to see Furzaka up here. I haven't seen him going right through in a heat so far to this. Might have once this year, but good to see him having a good ride from Zaka, as we always say, as a joke.
He was really strong early in the season, as all the Tiger Designs boys were, and I believe Kevin's actually missed a few weeks of racing. Glad to see him back from what I was seeing on some social media. Might have been dealing with some personal stuff, so I hope all's well for Mr.
Shipley
Kevin
with a pass for the lead goes down, actually cutting across track into the whoops. Allow Mullins to get by. Shipley's still down. Who's going to go by next? Furzaka.
Furzaka is going to come through, and is St. Laurent going to actually take over 4th? He does. Shipley still riding around behind the berm. He's going to try to come back in the track finally.
And Turley coming in as well. A lot of info on that. We're not even going to get into that tonight. Everybody already knows, but it's good to see Turley racing again tonight after a little bit of issues in the last couple of weeks, but good to see him out there, always fast. Oh, St. Laurent down and getting back up. St. Laurent still holding on to 4th and final transfer. Turley has gotten right to the back of him. Going back and take a look out front, Schmidt actually has Mullins all over him.
And a couple of buddies, I'm guaranteed if we look up that we'll see these guys in a TeamSpeak channel together, probably giving each other crap. Mullins been coming on strong late in the Supercross season, getting ready to line up and defend his outdoor championship. That's right, RF Outdoors coming back again this year. Mullins 2 times in a row has won that championship.
Mullins going for the pass right here, looking on inside, not going to make it happen yet. Good attempt.
Schmidt dove deep into that berm. Mullins, a lot of trust in there, getting that close to Schmidt. You can tell these guys used to riding together. Mullins a nice move. Schmidt a little mistake at the end of the berm.
Oh, Mullins stays up.
No. Schmidt capitalizes again. Schmidt smooth and steady out front.
A good battle here. Actually, let's go on board with Mullins as we take a lap quickly around here to show you guys what the track looks like tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. While you're doing that, just an update. 3rd place right now, Kevin Furzaka. 4th place, William St. Laurent. And Shipley's about 6 seconds back, so nothing changing right now at the last transfer spot. Mullins down.
Yep, sadly, so it's going to give Furzaka a chance. Here comes from Zaka getting up to 2nd. Right behind, of course, it's going to be St. Laurent getting back up behind Mullins, and Mullins going to get back by. So 1 out is Shipley. Actually, yep, 1 out is Shipley right now. So
Furzaka's down, so Mullins going to go back into the number 2 spot. Also, St. Laurent going to come through. Back up and going in 4th is Furzaka, but he's got a face full, if he looks behind, of Jeremy Shipley on the 39, so you better look forward.
Yeah, Shipley already running a top 2 earlier in the race. Just really interesting to see how they're doing.
Into the whoop section, Tyler Schmidt, your leader, team TBR. Remember, we're going 5 minutes plus 1 lap, taking the top 4 into the main event.
Sorry, Furzaka had a really big nosedive off the wall in the middle of the whoops, and my game just kicked me off the server again.
All right, it looks like you You had some issues there, so I'm going to keep commentating on this last transfer battle. That's where the battle is at while you're getting back in here. Jeremy Shipley is working hard to try to catch up to Kevin Frazaka. He's all over his back wheel, but he's got to find a spot to make the move.
Yeah, sorry again about that for everybody watching at home. Not sure why I keep getting disconnected from the server, but not a big deal. We'll keep the action going.
Yeah, Shipley's still trying to make the move on Frazaka. You didn't miss much mistake from Frazaka. Mullins is down, though. So is Frazaka going to get around Mullins? He's going to be right there on him. And this should be the white flag lap. Frazaka into the spot.
Yeah, going around Mullins. Here's the block. He does take him down with it.
But puts him on the ground. And so how can it be clean and put him on the ground? We left him room. But guess what? Tyson says, thank you very much. I'm going to go right around both of you guys.
Yeah, that was absolutely just a racing incident where, you know, just pushed him a little bit wide and paid the consequence. So he'll be going to the semi more than likely. Oh, and Frazaka goes... No, I thought he might save it, but he does go down. Right now,
Fresquez came out of nowhere, and you want to know why? He ran the fastest lap of the heat race, 58.7 lap time. So Tyson maybe now getting the track dialed in. Maybe he was a little late getting qualifying going, but he's good to go now on the number one. And it's a heat race win for Tyler Schmidt, Team TBR at his hometown race. He's going straight to the main with a heat race win coming around in the number 2 ride. William St. Laurent Mad Cape Rider on the number 6-2. Shipley recovers for 3rd. Fresquez 4th with a 360 on the Volcom number 1.
Mullins being one out, laying at the end of the rhythm there, so it looks like Frazaka will hold on to 5th. Sadly being one out, but got hopeful in the semi as he front flips the finish line. There we
go. So chat wants to talk about it, so I'm actually going to pull something up here real quick. They are going to talk about the Spencer Turley deal, so I'm going to just read one thing
It's also quick. Because it's a fake Spencer Turley in chat as we're watching him race. Like it's...
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to read the rule word for word. It is track re-entry / getting up from a crash / rejoining racing action. As soon as you are off track, into the bales, crashed, or stopped in the track, it becomes your responsibility to rejoin the racing action safely. Altercations with other riders caused by you rejoining the racing action are subject to penalty. In most cases, a 1-week suspension for a first offense, up to multiple week suspensions, and loss of licenses, or even indefinite suspensions for repeat offenders. Alright, so there's part of the rule. That's the first part of the rule. That is why there was a ban there, whether he was off track or not. It's not just a track re-entry, it is also coming back from a crash or being stopped. So that explains why the penalty was there. It's something that's been enforced throughout the season. And we have heat number 2 on the line. Bryce Whelan, Kyle Robb, Ryan Mahan, Devin Davis, Zoe Cross, Roy Mitchell, Brock Pearson, Jake Rose, Steven Nazarkowitz, Clay Alfrey, Jeremy Smith, Matthias Janis, Zach Dupuis, Jeremy Henners, Jack Haley, Dade Honeywell, Colton Mitchell, Russ Chapman, Brian Haskell, Craig Leake on the line. So as far as that situation, some of you guys might not be aware is Turley was protesting a ban and Race Factory Gaming throughout the week very publicly. That's why there's so much stuff going on. Enough about that. We're going racing. Gate is down into turn number 1. Zoe Cross, TeamILab.com on the 350 rips. The whole shot gets landed on immediately by Jack Haley. Haley off the track.
Rose down too.
He's down and now in the lead. Jeremy Smith, fast qualifier, Team TBR. But he makes a mistake and has Bryce Whelan, last week's winner, all over him.
Yeah, so far right now, it looks like 250's having a little bit of a struggle with that beginning of the race. Looks like quite a yard sale back there, but quite a few making it through. Looks like, let's see, hold on.
We have a sick battle for the lead that you might not want to miss. Jeremy Smith, Bryce Whelan going at it.
Yep, jumping right back to that. Just checking really quick to see where our final transfer was, but definitely not going to miss any good Oh, and there's the pass right there already. So it looks
Colton
like
Mitchell
Whelan going to go by.
And that's Craig Leake in the 4th and final transfer spot right now on the number 11 Verb Moto Machine.
Yeah, crazy good racing so far tonight. Really enjoy. Oh, and legs off by Whelan. That was a rare crash, barely coming up short. So right now we're going to look at Pearson as our final transfer as of right now, but it's still a good battle up front. Right now, as we just said, Colton Mitchell up front, Smith 2nd, Leake 3rd, Pearson 4th. Looks like Alfrey is 1 out with Devin Davis, usually a pretty quick guy, so let's see if he'll get into this top 4. Little battle here by Leake and Pearson.
Leake's going to come around the outside, probably square it up into the whoop section and into this wall jump. You got to be careful not to carry too much speed into the wall. Clay Alfrey peeking his nose in as well. 3-rider battle. Only 2 of them are in transfer spots. Alfred looking on the outside, trying to get in.
Random question for you really quick, Checkers. I keep getting, like, disconnected mid-race, each race, but I instantly reconnect. Any ideas of what that could be?
It seems like you're timing out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I'm not sure. I've never really seen that before. The battle is raging on for 3rd and 4th. Pearson coming aggressive on Leak. Leak's going to try to cut under, and they got to be careful because Clay Alfrey is knocking on the door.
Yeah, it's exactly what Alfrey wants, is let them battle while he just catches up and hopefully can make a 2-for-1 or just follow whoever goes by.
And who's really capitalizing on this is actually the 45 of Devin Davis lurking in 6th. He's reeling all 3 of them in, and looks like he's actually going to potentially have a chance to make the move on at least one of them, if not 2, is actually maybe all 3. Yes, Davis goes all the way up into the 4 spot. Alfrey gets by. Leak is back to 5th, and Pearson was down in the turn.
Yeah, crazy good battle here right now. A lot of people have also asked if the server's locked and people can't get in unless they're pro tonight, from what I've read as well. So, I don't know. Maybe servers are just acting up a little bit tonight. But right now, there goes Leak by Alfrey. Still got Davis sitting here in, that'll be 3rd. So Alfrey now 1 out. Let's go look at our leader really quick. Looks like Mitchell does have a battle with Smith, though. Let's keep an eye on this for a minute here. Solid right here. Smith, as you said, one of the fastest qualifiers out there. Always a fast guy on the track, so I'm curious to see if he can make it right through this heat. Oh, mistake there by Mitchell. It's going to let him fall back a little bit. Let's go back to our transfer. It looks like Mahan is 1 out while Whelan has gotten to the spot. Janice back here as well. Pearson's dropped back, and Leak. They both had a transfer earlier, dropping back. Yeah, it looks like a pretty spread out top 4 right now. Oh, and Mahan goes front flipping through the rhythm section. Not good there. While we're looking across these guys, Matthias Janis, if you guys do enjoy the racing tonight and you want to watch some amateur racing tomorrow on Twitch, go to twitch.tv/Matthias, MATIAS_43. You get to watch all the racing action at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night.
Dealing with a few things in chat. Tanner Rogers, 3rd fastest qualifier in that 250 class, missed UID grab. Luckily, it's a low turnout, so he might get lucky. Wheels might be sweetheart to him. Oh, Jeremy Smith, your leader, is on the ground. Colton Mitchell, he's got a lapper to deal with. Is he going to get through? He does. Roy Mitchell tries to get out of his way. Looks like Smith's going to go into 2nd, be fine. Devin Davis 3rd. Whelan is up to 4th and clean through that rhythm.
Could you being disconnected be a work of DDoS? No, we'd also lose a stream. I mean, also I'm running a gigabit internet, so I kind of dare somebody to DDoS me. No, I'm just saying they can't. But right now, Colton Mitchell still out front. Smith, Davis, and Wheeland. Pretty good racing here. Mahan back here. Look at this battle back here, though. Lake, Janice, and Honeywell all trying to get into this top 4 group.
Yeah, sick battle outside of transfer spot, unfortunately for them, but they're going at it for sure. Oh. Mitchell just crossed the line to grab that white flag. 1 more to go for your leaders.
Yeah, Smith's trying to catch him back up again.
Disappeared at the moment. He's starting to come back. He is back now, but he's lagging back out. He is in the 4th spot. Last week's winner having some internet issues.
Yeah, Magic Manning all over the place, as we like to call it. Oh, and our leader. Wow, did you see that by chance? Mitchell barrel rolling the end of the section there, making it happen and landing it. Keeping that lead. Wow. So amazing racing here tonight.
Davis and Whelan. Whelan's actually caught up to Davis when he's appearing, but he's half the time not here.
Yeah, he's definitely flickering across my screen as well, watching him. Davis knows he's there, but it's always hard when you race with somebody with lag because they'll appear ahead of you, behind you. Oh, and Whelan does make a big mistake.
Brock Pearson, though, 23 seconds behind. I don't think he's got to worry about anything besides his internet disconnecting.
But for your winner here at Heat 2 tonight, Colton Mitchell is going to take the win. Jeremy Smith is going to come across the line in 2nd. Looks like Devin Davis, good to see him making it right there in his heat. And Whelan Magic Manning, but making it through in the final transfer. Sadly, Pearson and Honeywell and all of them are going to have to go to the semis.
All right. We got some main event action up, and also want to mention while we have another little bit of downtime here, looking at the 450 Supercross points, we talked about it a little bit last week. The battle for the top 10, which is where the series prizes cutoff is definitely going on. And there's a heap of riders. Devin Davis sits in 7th with 120 points. 115 points is both Jack Haley and Toby Stocks. 10th spot right now on 107 points, so only 13 points behind Devin Davis is Spencer Turley, sitting on 104 points, Kyle Robb, and all the way up to 103 points after his win last week. Bryce Whelan has a shot as well. So 7th through 12th. Very, very, very close. 17 points separate them with 2 rounds left to go, counting tonight. And only, a handful of these guys are actually going to be eligible for season-ending prizes for the top 10. So definitely something to keep an eye on. I know these guys are aware of it and are paying attention as well. So Whelan definitely adding a lot of drama by picking up that win last week.
Yeah, and once again, speaking of prizing, amazing prizing this year. If anybody doesn't know, we're actually doing a prize pool this time where, depending on what place you make in either class, you'll have your chance to pick what is next in line out of a handful of things from awesome companies like Versus-PC, MotoOption, and everything else. But at the same time, we got heat coming up to
Ty Smith, Chase DeSille, Matt Agate, Trevor Doiron, Adam Holm, Tyler Lang, Ethan Howell, Ethan Parks, Thomas Sillick, Anthony Twiddle, Tyler Fry, Connor Holyak, James Cohen round out your field. 250 East Supercross heat number 1. Yeah, absolutely, with the prizes before this gate drops. The winner of the 450 class, Fresca's got a first pick at that prize pool. Already wrapped it up. Picked the Bell Moto 9 from our friends at Tagger Designs. So that prize is off the table.
Amazing grab of getting a helmet by racing a video game. Who would have thought? But Tyler Fry, as you say, out front right now. Holm, Ethan Parks sadly going down with a Lang. Let's see who back is Ethan Howell.
Going to go to 3rd.
Yeah,
Chase DeSille right there.
Yep. Everybody looking pretty solid out there right now already. Pretty good start. Holm is running away. He's recently returned to racing, and it's good to see him out there.
Absolutely. The COD Pro, Adam Holm, Team Architect, rocking the number 192, leading the way. Over the triple jump he goes. Be interesting to see how these 250s attack this track.
Yeah, Beast, that's mostly just for when we load in, but mid-race it shouldn't cause me to disconnect. But as we keep going, Stillick back here, Twiddle and Doiron
in the mix.
Yeah, I got Doiron back here battling a Ty Smith for the final transfer. Doiron is going to make the triple. Oh, and he tries to get around a couple others, not going to get through, so it's going to allow Lang and Twiddle to get by, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Good battling back here. Let me know if anything's happening up front. Just keep an eye on this final transfer, which is always exciting to watch.
Yeah, as always, and Adam Holm actually out to a 4.5, almost 5-second lead early on in this thing. Tyler Fry holding strong in second, so not much going on at the front.
Yeah, final transfer going down, so that's going to allow Doiron to get back into the top 9, and actually is going around him as Holyak. Still rocking that red plate this week.
Yeah, battle for 3rd is heating up. Thomas Sillick starting to put the pressure on Chase DeSille.
I'll actually go on board with Sillick and watch him catch up just a little bit here so we can see how 250s can handle this track tonight. And also, Chance Desire question, no, I've actually taken over the series since round 4 for Kellen so he can race.
Unfortunately, and we'll have to see if he's in heat number 2. Not in heat number 1 tonight, so hopefully he's in heat 2 if he's feeling up to it. Trying to lock down 3rd in the series here in this 250 East division.
Yeah, and a lot of people usually back out in these last 2, which is why we've seen a little bit lesser of a show up tonight. Vegas is always huge, so we're going to have a bunch of people next week, but whoever did show up tonight and actually wanting those points, it's a pretty big night for them.
Yeah, absolutely, and with Vegas as well, this 250 division, extra important. The winner of the 250 class shootout in Vegas will get their coast the prime pick of prizing. Again, with that prize pool, whichever coast, east or west, wins the shootout will get the pick in front of the other coast, and also the shootout winner will get added to the prize pool list even if they weren't in a prize paying position. So a lot on the line for the 250 guys in Las Vegas.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you know, you win the shootout, you might at least get a shirt or something. You know, there's a lot of prizes out there. Who knows what you might get. That's pretty awesome to see extra prize pool going out. But right now we're still watching DeSille Sillick right behind now too, as he's battling with Fry. He goes by Fry.
DeSille up into the 2 spot then. Fry dropping back. Has Sillick going up the inside. Sillick going to try this inside rut. He is. Slides it out. He's not going to be able to jump the finish. He's going to lose a lot of time. Hey, look back in the number 5 spot. We finally find the 15 of Connor Holyak not getting the start that he needed. Obviously looking at a transfer, but gate pick important as always. He needs to get up there to get a good gate pick as well.
Yeah, going back even further, Ethan Parks back into the mix. Howell, Lang, Doiron, still your final transfer.
Oh, Agate and Cohen, 10th and 11th laying in the turn, along with Ty Smith. So those three guys all need to get off the ground and get going. Doiron saying, thank you, guys. I could use the extra breathing room as he's in a last transfer position.
Yeah, anytime you're on the bubble, you don't want it popped by anybody getting around you. So he's definitely going to be breathing a little bit easier as he gets around the track for a minute here.
Absolutely, and again, this 250 class, they're going to go 5 minutes plus 1 lap, but we're going to take the top 9 to the main.
Yep, good battle here, by the way. Don't mean to cut you off. Silic and Fry going at it. This would be for your third spot.
Couple riders looking to get rid of their 3-digit numbers here by making some mains and scoring some points here in the 250 East division.
Kind of funny. Almost looks like teammates, but one's Architect and one's Team Volcom, but heavily green-black gear, which is really cool looking.
Maybe haven't given enough love and credit to Adam Holm. He's a guy that's been around for a while, spent some time in the amateurs, moved up to the pros, and he's had a really good season when he showed up to race, and he's got a nice 7-second lead in this heat race. He's been solid out front on the Team Architect number 192.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with his riding lately, as as we talked about, just coming back into it. And I even used to race against him in AMs, I think it was last year, and it's cool to see him doing this well in pro.
And the clock has expired, so across the line goes Adam Holm. The white flag flies. Let's take a look back at the last transfer, see what we have going on. Doiron still has the spot. Agate has definitely cut into the lead that he had. It's only 3.5 seconds. Agate, though, is down. So Doiron, again, just as the lead started to get small, gets some help from behind. And he's actually closing in now on Mr. Triptez, Ethan Parks, riding for Heckman Productions on the number 84.
Yeah, Triptez hasn't had the greatest season in the last couple of races, not making the main, and he might not make it again as he goes legs off. Doiron to get by Parks to the final transfer.
Here comes Matt Agate. That's the help that Agate might have just needed to at least bring it out to a gap that he can race up to. Now he's not so much relying on a mistake. He can probably close that gap.
True, yeah, final lap, yep. And by the way, Bruce, that's the password.
Check back at the front of the field, 2 turns to go, and just a sand section. The number 192 ride of Adam Holm gonna take home heat number 1 win here in New Jersey.
Not only taking it home, making it look easy heat 1 as DeSalle goes across in second.
That last transfer battle is getting even closer. It's down to 1.5 seconds. Matt Agate is on the charge. His teammate just won the heat. Ethan Parks has the spot. Agate trying to take the 9th and final transfer spot from him.
Great racing here, coming down to the wire. Can Triptez hold off Agate? Agate's pretty. Oh, and there's the mistake. Oh, and they both go down. Where is Smith?
Ty Smith is way behind. Ethan Parks gets going first. Is he going to try to triple? No, he's going to double up. Matt Agate's going to single double. It's going to come down to this rhythm section in the last 2 turns. Agate's going to get close and maybe make an aggressive move over the triple in the rhythm. They both get it clean. Agate's going to have to try this inside. It's his only chance. He's not going to even go for it. He's going to try to get on cuts, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he got close enough that cuts could matter. Also, he had a 2-second faster, 2-second faster lap. So cuts do not matter.
Second, and Agate's going to find himself in that LCQ.
And so top 9 making it through is going to be Holm, DeSalle, Silic, Holiak, Fry, Lang, Howell, Doiron, and Parks. Making it through right to the main. And again, thank you to all watching out there tonight. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Just enjoying one more round left after this in Las Vegas. And of course, that'll be next week. But we'll see if Kellen's racing on the next race. And hopefully he's feeling all right, as I said earlier. Sadly under the weather. So, Ethan Parks throwing a huge Misty flip. Just randomly had it on him in the background. And I look back over and he's flipping everywhere. Yeah, the track does look great tonight so far. I've yet to touch, a lap around it. But it does look like a lot of fun. Looks a bit difficult, but It's a mix good racing. Holm doing wheelies all around the track.
It looks like Kellen is in the server, so I'm guessing he's racing if he's here.
Oh, good. Hopefully he can make it through. Hopefully, you know, he's doing all right. Oh, congrats, FTX. Good job, man. We're getting ready for Heat 2 to come to the line any minute here. Here we go.
All right, on the line, we have Kellen Brower, Josh Betts, Walter Gebhardt, Ben Toy, Connor Linz, Andre Santos, Benny Lander, Adrian Wilson, Alex Carlo, Daniel Batchelor, Aaron Bonneau, Eduardo Simonos, Chase Blakely, rounding out your field.
Here we go. I am in.
And Brower had the whole shot, goes blows the turn, and guess who's out front? Mr. Connor Linz.
Connor Linz having another great start.
Daniel Batchelor close, runs it in hard on him in the corner.
Yeah, Batchelor
and here
looks
comes Santos.
A bit aggressive
Santos
into
to
that.
the lead. Santos was looking spicy the last couple weeks on the 450. Drops back into the 250 class here and bringing that momentum with him on the Mad Cape 27 machine, passing our series points leader, Connor Linz.
Adrian Wilson right behind him as well. And your final transfer right now is going to be Ben Toy. Good to see him out here racing pro. I raced against him in AMS for quite a while. Him and, oh, dang, I can't think of his, Zarkowitz. So it's good to see them both racing pro. But battle for the lead right now is Santos versus Linz. By the way, our Twitch chat is cracking me up. I'm trying to hold it together. But Santos and Linz having a great battle here. I'm going to keep an eye on this until it fades out.
Santos jumped a little deep on that triple, but saves it.
Yeah, I honestly thought he was about to go over the bars on that from the way he smacked into it.
Jumped deep there as well as Linz. Linz got a little off balance, but they're holding a wicked pace out front. Batchelor trying to keep pace, but not able to. Oh, Linz sneaking a wheel in. It's going to leave him on the outside, though. Going to square him up. No, he's going to rail around, try to carry the momentum, and maybe look to the inside here. Linz has a pass set up.
Oh, good pass.
Not going to get it done just yet. Shuts the door. Santos does.
So what's always great about pro racing compared to the AM stuff I used to watch or be a part of is the guys can race bar to bar and actually know lines and let off on each other and, you know, have good racing like this, what we're seeing right now. I thought Linz was going down there.
Oh, there goes. Oh, Santos slides out. Linz had a sick pass setup. Unfortunately, Santos slid out, so we didn't get to see the end of it happen.
Batchelor here, Blakely, Aaron Bono, also big fluffy chicken. Good to see him out here having a good ride. Kellen Brower, of course, in 6th. Your main Start Your Systems guy as I sit here filling in for him. Got Carlo, Betts, and Toy rounding out your top 9. Right behind is Gebhardt. And I love how it's, instead of Gebhardt, it's Gebhardt tonight. So Salty Walty, we'll just call him after changing his name. Carlo down, sadly, so Salty Walty is going to go into the final transfer. Right now, good battle here. Betts holding off Gebhardt as much as he can. Oh, and is that big Fluffy down? I think it is. Fluffy's going to drop to 8th, sadly. He gets passed by Ben Toy, so he's going to be on the bubble now. Let's go look back up front. Looks like Santos still holding on. Blakely, Linz. No real battles going on. Actually, Gebhardt getting around Batchelor, which Batchelor and Betts are now going to go at it. You also got Ben Toy right here and Big Fluffy. So wow.
Oh, Santos is down with the lead. So Chase Blakely is going to go to the number 1 ride. Here comes Linz to take over 2nd. And is Brower going to get 3rd? No, Santos is back going. So Brower back up and running in 4th and Santos in 3rd.
Oh, Batchelor getting a crazy drive in that rhythm. And I thought he was going to go right into Gebhardt, but he does not. He backs off. Behind him, everybody's getting squirrely. You got Betts, Bono, and let's see who else. Oh, that's Toy. That's right.
Betts just ran aggressive on the inside of Ben Toy, the DX3 rider.
A good battle back here right now. I will try to get a lap with Kellen. Just depends on what battling is going on. Don't want to miss anything. And Toy makes a major mistake. This will allow Betts and Bono to get by.
Toy is still safely in the 9 spot. He's got 13 seconds over Simos, who runs in the 10 spot.
Oh, solid trainer riders as Gebhard makes a mistake. He's going to have to smack around in the rhythm a little bit like they're whoops.
Salty Walty trying to make the move on Mr. Daniel Batchlet.
Going back up front, just taking a look. Blakely still running. Lynn. Santos is caught in the back of Lynn's a little bit. Might have to check back in that for a second. Salty Walty right in the back of Batchlet still. Walter getting a big line there. I don't think I've seen anyone on the 250s hit that yet. That was a pretty big line around Batchlet there. Fluffy still back here. Toy doing what he can. And Betts now is the final transfer. Does have Wilson quite a ways behind. So Kellen, everybody's asking for a little bit of onboard. Let's give the guy some credit tonight as he's dealing with a bit of sickness. But hey, good to see him out here riding. Rocking that 2-smoker. Ooh, guys right behind him. Not sure who that is, but definitely has somebody trailing. Keeping an eye on the map up top, too, to see if any battles are happening. Looks like a battle for second and third is getting warmed up. Oh, and third goes down. Yeah, somebody's right on the back of Brower. Oh, side by side over the wall on board. Go back to third person, see who that was. That was Walter. Salty Walty making it happen as of right now. Kellen playing a little bit conservative, which is, I mean, hey, as long as you make the main, that's really what matters. Behind him, still got Batchlet. Santos has dropped way back. Oh, Big Fluffy on the ground. Final lap. He's one in at least, so not too much to worry about with Betts. Wilson's far enough back that I don't see any problem with that. And your winner of Heat 2 is going to be Blakely with Lynn's behind. And then Salty Walty is going to take third. Fourth is going to go to Kellen. Good job, Kellen. And Batchlet fifth. Santos coming across in sixth. Toy seventh. Bono 8th, and lastly, Betts coming across as your final transfer. As of now, without cuts, of course, but that should be your lineup. Ren with the classic James Stewart joke. And cuts are in, so it looks like, oh, a couple of changes here, but nothing for the top 9 to change their transfer, but looks like Kellen dropped a 5th on cuts. Batchlet's going to take 4th. And then Santos, yep, nothing else in the top 9. So getting ready for 450 semi number 1. I don't think I've ever joined a server that quick right after a reset, but I'm okay with that. Let's go with Burkeen off the start here. Hopefully he can throw a front flip for us tonight. Burkeen is the type of guy that does stop even if he's top 4 in a transfer just to get quote-unquote more race time for the night, which is pretty great.
Oh yeah, it's time for one of those lineups. We have Peter Like, Sean Klein, Spencer Turley, Jack Zars, Zoa Cross, Josh Hamilton, Jake Rose, Michael Wheeler, Zach Dupuy, Jesse Hindy, Jack Haley, Dade Honeywell, Matt Burkeen, Brian Haskell, Craig Leak, Rush Chapman on the line. We're going to go 4 minutes plus 1 lap, take 5 of these ultimate NASCAR racing drivers to the main event final.
Oh, NASCAR. But yeah, Burkeen, better throw a front flip, bro. I'll be pretty disappointed. Oh, Carnage right behind him. He got lucky to miss that. And as we talk about him, Burkeen is going to take the whole shot. Oh, more Carnage right behind him. And he causes Carnage himself. So let's see who the new leader is. And that'll be Like with Zocross, Dupuy, and everybody else on the ground. We got Wheeler here. Wheels, of course. And Turley trying to make it through. Of course, top 5 will go through in the semi here.
Cross getting another good start on that 350. Peter Leicht looking inside on him, looking like he wants to go after a semi-win. Zach Dupuis running third, but Wheeler's got fourth with Hindi all over him. Can Wheels make 2 main events in a row?
Yeah, it was amazing to see him get his...
Or was it Seattle that he qualified? No, I think it was last week.
No, it was
right?
last week. Yeah, last week Wheels made his first main of the year, which was awesome to see him go through. And, of course, everybody better thank him all the time for all the hosting that he does for all these pro events. So right now, though, second battle here, Dupuis versus Leicht. Really close right now. Yeah, we got our front flip. Sadly, it wasn't the way we were hoping. But Dupuis, like I said, right on the back of Leicht. Zoe across. Oh, it is down. And, oh, I thought Dupuis stayed legs on, but he actually went legs off. So Wheels is going to go through with Hindi right behind. Hindi, I'm pretty sure, nope, one in. So Turley right now on the bubble. He does have a lot of good riders behind him. Honeywell is right behind. I saw Burkeen one behind as well. Keep an eye on this.
Everyone in chat that likes a little bit of RF racing action, please, please, please.
Oh,
put a 175 in chat for Mr. Michael Wheeler.
I'm actually impressed that Turley stayed up on that. He drove him up into the berm and went down, but Turley stayed up somehow. But Zars is going to get through to the final transfer right now. Right behind him, though, you got Haley, Honeywell, and Leak. Such good riding. Oh, and then down again. Not sure who that was.
Turley's got a lot of work to do. Remember, he's sitting in that number 10 spot in points that we talked about earlier.
Yep.
You have to lay the hammer down either here or go to that LCQ where no one wants to be.
Yeah, LCQs are exciting for us, but not for the guys on the track. Go look at our leaders really quick. Light's up here. Oh, we got a battle. Yeah, battle with Cross. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Just skipping right up to the front. Oh, and crossing it up in the whoops there, but...
I feel like Wheels is running these guys down. Michael Wheeler gelling. Oh, and as I say that, he starts to slide out, saves it.
Commentator's curse. Not quite, though. Good battle here between these two. Let's actually go on board for a second with Cross to see what it's like to... Oh, as I say that, Commentator's curse, he makes a big mistake as well. That's going to allow Wheeler to get by. It's so weird to call him that. I'm just going to call him Wheels. I keep forgetting about that. And right ahead, too. Still Cross right here with Indy. Indy trying a little bit. Oh, more of an inside. Gets an interesting buck off that jump. Wheels is still right here with him. Right now, Wheels still holding on to fourth. One in is Honeywell on the bubble right now. Let's see who's right back here. Zars and Leak right behind. Wheels is catching Hindi and Cross.
And the timer just expired, so we're going to grab a white flag next time by. Jack Zars, the rookie, and we talked about him a lot in that 250 class, being a rookie, and he had some really standout rides early in the season. Oh, he drops the spot to Leak, who ran up front a lot in that heat race.
Ooh, Honeywell right in the back of Wheels. Neither of them want to go down, so it looks like he's playing a little bit safe.
Yeah, I definitely don't think anyone's second through fifth is safe right now. So they're all battling it out. Wheels drops into that 5 spot. Craig Leak is on the charge. Keep an eye on that number 11.
Yeah, right in the background. We can see this great. All 4 riders in one section, make it 5 now.
Oh my gosh, they were all in the air at the same time on that wall jump in the whoops. Dyson spots. They're all trying to be careful, but also trying to race forward.
Wheels gets into the magnets just a little bit, as we always like to call them.
Here comes Leak. Leak's looking inside on Wheeler right here. Wheels shuts the door for now. Leak's got to drive, though.
Yep, final lap. You've got to make it happen.
Carlson takes a page out of Vince Freeze's book. And there's a rider down that Cross is going. Who fell? Dade Honeywell's going to crash out of a transfer spot.
Wow. Keep an eye on this battle really quick. Hindi, oh, sorry. Going to get second. And then Wheels, Leak, and Cross. Wow, what a close race. Zars might be close enough for cuts if it does come up.
Peter, the locomotive, dominates the semi. Jesse Hindy, Michael Wheeler, Craig Leak, Zoe Cross are your top 5. Jack Zarstad, Honeywell, Matt Burkeen, Spencer Turley, Sean Klein, Josh Hamilton, Brian Haskell, Jake Rose, Zach Dupuy, Jack Haley, Rush Chapman, all going to the LCQ. Can you say stacked?
Yeah, it's going to be the most stacked LCQ we've had all year so far, and we're only halfway through the semis right now. I can't wait to see what else is going to happen in a second. It's going to make the LCQ exciting, though, that's for sure. And then, of course, Vegas next week. Man, we got a lot of good racing coming up.
Yeah, man, it's awesome as we're getting down to the end of the season. I love these title fights. They're so much fun to watch. Even though, like I said, the battle for 10th is really cool to have. And we're getting ready for 450 Supercross Semi number 2. And on the line, Cameron Lee, Chase Donovan, Ryan Mahan, Roy Mitchell, Jordan Vanderlee, Steven Azarkowitz, Jesse Mullins, Casey Ullert, Clay Alfrey, Matthias Janis, James Armstrong, Jeremy Hinners, Reed Young, Kevin Verzaka, Brock Pearson rounding out your field. 4 minutes, 1 lap, top 5. Going to go to the main event and some heavy hitters in here. Keep an eye, of course, on Armstrong, Mullins.
It's funny that you say that. We're actually already on Armstrong watching for the gate drop. And here we go. The Australian, see if he could make it. He won the very first round this year. He's going to take it very safe.
He's going to grab the whole shot with Brock Pearson doubling up, tripling again. Brock Pearson goes to the lead. Jesse Mullins right there in the 2 spots, going to put on the block pass.
Whew.
And Casey Ullert following him through.
Oh, and right behind, I don't know if you saw Pearson and Alfrey actually colliding barely, almost going down, but staying up. Yep, exactly.
Oh, Hinners and Janis get together, allow Cameron Lee to go by up into the number 5 spot. Lee yet to make a main here as he moved up to that pro class here just a couple weeks ago. Hasn't found himself in a 450 main event yet, but he's been getting close. We'll see if he can get it done here tonight.
Yeah, he always ran the fastest laps at AMs for sure.
Oh, looks like a mistake from Alfrey. He's going to allow Lee up to 4th. Alfrey drops to 5th. James Armstrong on the outside looking in right now. Of course, one of the guys that's always in the mix. Got some wins. He's a fast guy. He's going to have to try to get it done right now.
Speaking of in the heat, from Zaka, almost having an instant into the main, making mistakes, and he's right there as well, right behind Armstrong.
No one's safe right now. A lot of fast guys not in a transfer spot, so you got to lay it down if you are. Mullins continues to lead. Ullert 2nd. Pearson right with him in 3rd. All kind of little bit spread out. Cameron Lee runs 4th. There's Alfrey in 5th. About 2 seconds between all the guys, just waiting for the battles to develop. And that might actually be back in 6th, 7th, and 8th is where we find the real battle. Kevin Verzaka, James Armstrong, and Reed Young.
Yeah, all 3 extremely fast, but being outside the transfer right now, they're all in a hustle, and they don't want to race each other. They just need to go forward. Armstrong, huge jump there. I'm not even sure what that was. He jumped over the lip of the triple. Zaka's still going to be behind him. Alfrey holding on to that final transfer.
Oh, it looks like we have a rider down. That must be it was Ryan Mahan that was down up near the transfer spot. Oh, Cameron Lee is down. Collects Alfrey with him. Armstrong goes down. Verzaka goes by all of them.
No. Right when I switch over really quick.
Up to 5th. Armstrong back to 6th. Lee all the way back to 7th. He might not be making his first main event just yet. He's still in the mix, though. Still got a chance at it.
Armstrong got a little swappy just before the wall. Didn't have a chance to kind of low jump it, just hitting it as hard as he can, and sadly it's going to slow him up for Lee to get closer on him. This, of course, outside the bubble. Right now, Lee still on the back of Verzaka, back of Armstrong. Armstrong is on the bubble right now. Look back up at our leader really quick. Mullins, right when we come to luck, going off track just a little bit.
Bigger mistake for Ullert's going to allow Brock Pearson to close up a little bit. Those 3 have separated themselves from Clay Alfrey. Armstrong in 5th. And here comes Verzaka. And Lee Lee into
Wow.
Frizaka goes down. Just lines come together there. Jordan Vanderlee goes by. Vanderlee on the outside looking in now.
Yeah, that was I mean, on his mistake, it looked like just wrong place, wrong time for the two right behind. Disappointing.
Pearson jumps into the 2 spot as Ullert had to roll the triple, blew the corner a little bit.
Oh, and Pearson throwing a pretty dirty whip over the triple. That was nice.
Watching the time, we have 4 seconds. Mullins is in the last turn. Time is going to expire, but the white flag does not come out again. I believe it's actually the second to last timing gate that you cross. That determines the time, not the actual finish line peak. So there'll be 2 to go for Jesse Mullins. He'll get the white flag next time around. Brock Pearson second with Ullert all over him, and now Ullert with a mistake.
Yep, Pearson gonna get
rejoin.
By Lapper.
Pearson makes a mistake actually as well. I think that might be Roy Mitchell going a lap down. Ooh, Alfrey with a big mistake. Armstrong gets into him. They're both in the bales.
Oh, man.
That's the opening Vanderlee needs to close that gap.
Wow, this is getting close. So right now, Armstrong's still on the bubble. Definitely gets to get going again.
There. He's got the pin pulled on the grenade. The Vanderbomber's set to attack.
That slide, power slide in the whole quarter. Armstrong getting the blitz and the whoops.
Clean pass on Alfrey. Left him plenty of room. Turned on a dime and left a nickel change. Takes over the number 4 spot and puts all the pressure now on Clay Alfrey to hold on with Jordan Vanderlee coming from behind.
Yeah, if Alfrey cut down any sooner than he had, then he would have absolutely ran into the back of Armstrong. We got lucky there. Vanderlee still there in the final section here. Armstrong out. Sorry, lap left. My bad.
Yeah, white flag now flies.
Oh, Armstrong. Oh, yeah, that's right. They take that wide line at the very beginning. A couple of riders do that. A couple going for the inside. They cool little line split there. Vanderlee is not letting him go for sure. He's trying to do the best he can.
These guys are actually closing in quite a bit on Brock Pearson in 3rd, Armstrong in 4th. So those guys aren't safe. Armstrong actually gets into chase. Donovan Alapper is going to drop himself back to the 5th spot with Vanderlee all over him as Jesse Mullins takes the win. Now a mistake from Armstrong. Here comes Vanderlee.
Ooh, that was close.
This isn't over yet. Armstrong and Vanderlee. Mistake. Vanderlee's down. Armstrong's through.
That was an interesting legs off, too. I'm really not sure what happened there.
I don't know. I wonder if he caught his head on the pole collision.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like just a random legs off, but looks like Armstrong's going to be our final transfer in semi number 2.
So Mullins, Ullert, Pearson, Alfrey, and Armstrong. The Vanderbomber, Reed Young, Cameron Lee, Steven Azarkowitz, Kevin Frizaka, Matthias Janis, Roy Mitchell, Chase Donovan, Ryan Mahan, Jeremy Henners all will be in that LCQ. Hey, we got a little bit of drama in that LCQ. Yeah, both Henners and Turley in there.
Yeah.
Those two are
That'll be interesting.
Not best friends right now. I always like a little bit of drama. Makes things exciting.
But again, shout out to all you guys watching tonight. Thank you for hanging out in chat. Really do appreciate it. If you have not yet, follow this channel if you're enjoying what you see tonight. Usually it is Kellen doing most of the streaming, but hey, hope you guys are enjoying me and Chex sitting back here and pretty much talking about nothing.
It's already LCQ time. It's going to be a small one here in this 250 class.
Yeah, very small. I think there's only, what, 4 riders that might not make it in?
Yeah, it should be like an 8-rider LCQ. And on the line, we have Ty Smith, Matt Agate, Benny Landry, Adrian Wilson, Alex Carlo, Eduardo Simos, James Cohen. So actually 7 riders. 3 of them are not going to advance to this main event.
Yeah, those 3, man, that's going to be a bad night for them.
Now, we might actually see some really good racing, though, because there'll be less chaos.
True.
And there's going to actually more room on the track to race. Benny Landry is going to pull the whole shot. Alex Carlo right there, riding for Team Dino Nuggets.
I love the name.
Oh, huge pass right there. Ty Smith goes inside all the way to the lead. Half the field, actually more than half the field's laying on the ground right now.
Yeah, we're just talking about less carnage, but not quite the issue tonight. And right now, as you just said, Smith is just trying to run away. Cohen and Wilson right here. You got Carlo and Landry, of course, top 4 being an LCQ. Simos is right here as well. Carlo, your final transfer as of right this second.
Oh, Landry actually pushed the front end a little bit, saves it, then OJ's the triple.
Wilson all over Cohen as Cohen goes over the bars on the triple. So that's going to put
Landry up to fourth. Yep. Now Simo's on the outside looking in. And he's got to run down this rhythm. He's going to pull him up to the back wheel of Alex Carlo.
Yeah, Carlo had a big mistake there and the rhythm slowed off. Got to eat more of those dino nuggets and it'll be good.
Simo's trying to pull out his mad cape and be a superhero. Try to get up into the top 4. Oh, he's going to triple up right onto the back of Carlo and finds himself on the ground. Somehow Carlo unaffected by that.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. It seemed like they came together pretty well. And then Agate's going to go down after hitting him. And that's going to allow Cohen to get by. But back out front, Smith having a pretty leisure ride right now. Only 2 seconds up, but looking very relaxed.
He's riding for the TMFactoryRacing.com entry. You guys that play this game, if you haven't been over to TMFactoryRacing.com, go over there and check it out. They have like a massive database of everything awesome in MXS. We don't talk about them probably enough. They're just a rad group of guys that support the game to no end. So log on over there at TMFactoryRacing.com.
As that was going on, Landry goes down, allowing Cohen to catch up quite a bit more, but he also has Simos in tow.
Did he run out of laundry soap or what?
I don't know. He folded it up, that's for sure, though. That's all I can say. So right now, Simos trying to catch back on Landry. Oh, as Simos goes flipping, Cohen gets by him, makes a little mistake there, but
Landry another mistake on the after the finish, slid out, didn't fall off the bike. Still going, but he's at that 4 spot.
Second place really quick. I have a semi-battle. Yep, we're about to have a battle right now. Wilson versus Carlo.
Oh, Landry's down. Guess what? New 4th place rider, James Cohen.
Cohen's been smart and steady, too. You know, not making too many mistakes, just keeping a pace, and paid off for him by others making mistakes. Oh, that slide by Landry on the corner behind him, though. He is on it. He wants that back.
Yeah, Landry's got some raw speed, but he definitely makes a lot more mistakes.
I mean, he's just trying to take him to the cleaners. That's all I can say, you know. So we'll see if he can make it happen.
Well, he is a moto savage.
Oh, here we go. Landry, good run.
Oh, cross jump from Cohen. Landry's going to land on his back.
Landry on his back.
Right on his back. Matt Agate capitalizes, actually. He's going to put a run at this last transfer.
Yeah, Agate never can count him out. Usually pretty quick. Had that big incident in the very beginning, but running a pretty good pace now.
Adrian Wilson actually getting up from a crash. That's going to drop him back closer to this battle for the final transfer. And it is the white flag lap. So this is going to decide it all. Of course, 3 minutes plus 1 lap, taking 4 to the main. And there goes Matt Agate.
Yep. Great
Cohen's
pass.
got the inside. He's got him teed up.
Oh!
Aggressive, puts himself down. Agate off the track. They're still going to be close together. Landry looking to capitalize. He's got a ways to go. He needs these two to basically take each other out.
Yeah, I was going to say, Agate, though, he needs to be careful. Cohen might go again for it.
Cohen going absolutely bananas right now in the 5th spot, trying to get it done as Ty Smith takes the win. Carlo going to come across in 2nd, but the battle right now is for the final transfer.
Oh,
Cohen
he
gets
hits
into
the
pole.
Yep.
That's pretty much going to decide it. So it looks like Ty Smith, Alex Carlo, Adrian Wilson, and Matt Agate will round out your field for this 250 East main event.
I'm honestly really excited about this 450 LCQ coming up. We have a lot of fast guys in this. This is going to be pretty crazy to watch.
.450 class been deep all year long. It's been so much fun to watch. Hey, by the way, we haven't talked about this yet tonight. Where can people find you when it's not RF Race Night?
I am at twitch.tv/Motoagogo. I stream pretty often, so if you guys enjoy streaming and stuff like this. I don't play a lot of sim, just a heads up, but I do play a lot of racing games and just anything. So if you guys enjoy it, come check me out.
He's the rage master, Mr. Motoagogo, as we have 450 Supercross LCQ coming to the line. 3 minutes plus 1 lap, top 4 going to the main, and on the line we have Cameron Lee, Sean Klein, what's up my dude, Spencer Turley, Chase Donovan, Jack Zars, Jack Haley, Roy Mitchell, Jordan Vanderlee, Josh Hamilton, Steven Ozarkowitz, Matthias Janis, Rush Chapman, Reed Young, Jake Rose, Kevin Verzaka, Matt Burkeen, Brian Haskell, rounding out your field.
I hate to go on board with, not on board, but actually, you know what? Let's go on board. We haven't done it on board start yet tonight, so let's do that in LCQ Show of the Carnage. But I'm going with Burkeen. Can we get the front flip from him tonight? Let's see.
Oh, terrible jump out of the gate is Jake Rose, and it looks like Vanderlee with great starts right beside him. And leading the way is going to be Jake Rose. Vanderlee right there. Burkeen up into the 3 spot. It's going to triple up all the way to the number 1 ride.
Yeah, Burkeen with a great ride there. Let's see, the triple will be coming up a bit later, so he might throw it there. Let's actually go back to 3rd to watch what's going on behind him as well.
Cameron Lee drives up into the 3rd spot. Jack Haley rides in 4th.
What do you think? Finish line or triple?
Down. Blows it all on his own. Burkeen got the lead. Do we see the flip?
Yeah, I'm hoping to front on the triple right here. Here we go. Nope.
Yeah, we're going to get a whip here. It's LCQ action.
True.
Maybe he's a little scared to do it. We'll see.
Give enough
Whips
of a lead
again.
and he'll throw it.
Jake Rose is going to come up short, goes down on that triple lane, and Jack Haley's going to go through. Josh Hamilton and, whoa, Matthias Janis is going to capitalize as Zarkowitz went down.
Yeah, sliding out right there in the corner. That's been a pretty hazardous off-camber all day.
Yeah, definitely a little different obstacle than we're used to seeing, and it's throwing these guys for a little bit of a loop.
Yeah, even the pros, which, you know, of course we'll watch it tonight, but I'm just saying it's always interesting.
Whoa! Burkeen just busted out a quad into the first section.
Huh. That's nuts.
Holy guacamole. We'll see if he does that again. Team Tiger Designs, Matt Burkeen.
I want to keep an eye on him, but at the same time, seeing not really much going on. Vanderlee is 1 out. He does have Chapman right there with him. Then Janis holding on to that final transfer. But let's see if Burkeen does go for it again. I'm curious. Let's see if he gets a front flip here.
Yeah, right now, Vanderlee and Rush Chapman are on the outside looking in. They're both not in a transfer spot. Along with Roy Mitchell, Spencer Turley, Reed Young, Kevin Verzaka, Cameron Lee, Brian Haskell, Jack Zars. They're all way back.
Yeah, Haley getting pretty close to Burkeen right now.
And we'll watch Burkeen here and see if he busts out this quad again. It was nutty.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see it.
Going way wide to set up for it. Looks like he's going to try to pull it out again. Grabs a gear. There it goes.
Wow.
Not even making it look hard, honestly. Does have... Oh, Haley's going to go down. He's going to stay on the bike, though. That should save him.
Oh, Hamilton almost had Janis all into him after making that mistake. Got lucky for both of them there. They probably both would have went down if they did come together.
Interesting, though, is why does Burkeen has to go in the corner to set up? It might not be faster for him to be jumping that quad.
Well, watching with Haley and keeping pace with him doing the other line that most people have been doing, it seemed like he might have had an extra second going to the corner, but it's not going to be a huge, huge advantage.
Absolutely. If we can see somebody close to him before the end of this, we'll be able to look at the interval kind of going into it and then coming out and really see, but...
Yeah, it's crazy. Quadding the first section, then having a quad in the final section as well.
White flag is out for Burkeen. I'm going to watch him jump this thing one more time.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on that. It's pretty amazing.
Makes it look really easy. He's not stretching it by any means.
It doesn't even seem like he's seat bouncing it either. Just, well, I mean, he's always sitting, but...
Janis in the 2 spot makes a little mistake, but he looks like he's going to be safe. Jack Haley in 3rd. Hamilton 4th, but I guess Vanderlee is putting the charge down as he nails a quad into the turn. So Vanderlee pulling out all the stops here, trying to reel in the gap and try to get up on Josh Hamilton and take the last transfer. He makes a mistake. There goes Chapman.
He made an even bigger mistake by getting into the red. I like to call it the brick wall on the end of the corner there, because you hit that thing and it just instantly stops you.
Hamilton, another little mistake. Chapman looks like he could be laying down his fastest lap ever on this track right now, trying everything to get into this main.
Back out front, Burkeen's going to go across the line for the win. 59-second lap. Janis holding on to second once again. Oh, wait, that's right. He's not doing AM commentating anymore. That's right. Somebody corrected me on that, sadly. Oh, and the flip. Nice. Haley right behind.
Oh, what's his lap time from Chapman? A 1 minute flat. So pretty fast lap. I think probably the fastest. No, not Burkeen actually had a faster lap. So
yeah, Chapman with that time and staying as close. He might get in cuts, though, if something happens.
Haley and Hamilton will be on their way to the main. Unfortunately for Turley, and Chapman, Vanderlee, Haskell, Young, Azarkowitz, Cameron Lee, Jack Zars, Chase Donovan, Kevin Ferzaka, Roy Mitchell, Jake Rose, Sean Klein. They won't be making the main, and that's going to mix things up again, that top 10 points battle. As Kyle Robb not here tonight is in 11th. Spencer Turley was in 10th. Toby Stocks, I don't believe, is here tonight either. So 3 riders in that battle not going to the main. Huge break for Devin Davis, Jack Haley, Bryce Whelan to pick up some spots there.
Oh, and cuts do not go in. Sorry, it skipped randomly. Yeah, sorry. Cuts do not affect anything. But here we go. First main of the night. Pretty excited about it. 250 main coming up. We're, of course, going to have a quick warm-up lap and then 15 plus 2. Or 15 plus 1, sorry. I'm always used to motocross saying.
All right, and coming to the line, we have Ty Smith, Chase DeSalle, Kellen Brower, Josh Betts, Matt Agate, Trevor Doran, Adam Holm, Walter Gebhardt, Tyler Lang, Ben Toy, Connor Linz, Tyler Fry, Ethan Howell, Ethan Parks, Thomas Sillick, Andre Santos, Adrian Wilson, Alex Carlo, Daniel Bachelet, Aaron Bonneau, Chase Blakely, Connor Holyak rounding out your field. And this battle for this championship is on. Holyak and Linz separated by a mere 6 points.
Yeah, 6 points is huge, especially, still going into the next round of Vegas. I mean,
and Vegas East-West shootout. I mean, it's going to be such a deep field.
Yep, definitely. But here we go. Of course, who wants to curse? We always have fun with this, so let's see who gets to curse out here. And for anybody that is new, the curse is a joke that we have that if you win the warm-up lap, you usually don't win the main tonight, except for, surprisingly, not really, but Tyson has done it twice. Oh, and Linz is trying to get the win here. Yes, Kellen did get in earlier. Lynn's looking really solid tonight. And it looks like that's a restart. So Lynn's quote-unquote got the curse tonight. So let's see what happens with him. We do with Holm off the start here. I'm actually calling him for the win tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there right now.
I don't have a pick. As sad as that sounds, I'd go with Holyak, because we can't ever pick freaking our points leader Linz, but...
Hey, go with Holyak then. Oh, and Holm with a bad wheelie off the start. He's going to have to brake check a bit here as...
And Toy is going to take the whole shot. Kellen Brower right in tow. Brower going to look to take the lead early. Going to triple up and take it to Toy. No, Toy's going to be safe around the outside. Brower keeping it clean, trying to get through lap number 1 safely.
Wow, Kellen was really courteous about giving him that room.
Carlos going inside on 3 guys, goes from 4th to 1st.
Crazy racing.
The Dino Nuggets are just absolutely fueling the fire on the 66 right now.
And Kellen almost goes down. He does go down, but not legs off. But as right now, Toy, like I said, past amateur champion, I'm pretty sure. Had a pretty decent ride here right now. Agate, Bachelet, and Betts, top 5.
Don't read chat if you don't want to laugh.
No, I've been keeping it pretty inside all night, but it's been pretty great. But right now, he's got Carlo. Let's give a quick top 5 quick rundown.
Holyak just lands on the back of Sillick and goes down. He had a top 5 ride going early, which would have been huge for the points.
Yep, and look at where Linz is right now. Not in the spot he wants to be. He's in 7th. I mean, plenty of time ahead, but not the best of starting areas.
Yeah, he's up in the 6th and maybe 5th here in a moment. Coming around the outside, getting a run at the rhythm. And he's down. Linz is off the bike. Unfortunately, Holyak's back in the number 15 spot. He's got a lot of work to do.
But right now, going back, sorry, I just stepped away for 2 seconds. Carlo right out front still. Agate. Looking for a good battle early here. It looks like it's Sell and Lang.
And Tyler Lang running for Team Split Fire. Is just trying to make the move on Chase DeSalle, Prime Design Graphics rider.
Yeah, Sillick having a pretty... Ooh, he's going to have to double single to triple.
Matt Agate just barely makes the main event. He's running in the 2 spot right now.
Yeah, Agate. I mean, you can never really count him out.
Was in that LCQ as well, right?
Who was that down? That was Ben Toy, our early leader, down. So Carlo
was in the LCQ as well as Agate, correct?
Yep, they both were. So we might have an LCQ winner tonight. But look at this 3-way battle here: Blakely, DeSalle, and Smith. Smith making mistakes, so we're gonna go back to
Smith, another rider in the LCQ. So 3 of the top 5 riders right now. We're all in the LCQ.
Yep, definitely DeSalle. Oh wow, I don't even know what happened there.
Blakely is down on the ground.
Yeah, Blakely just came across the corner and just instant high-sided. That was kind of odd. I don't even know what happened. Lynn's all the way back in 18th. What is happening right now?
At the tail end of the top 5, we find Connor Holyak. So this could really be shaking up the championship. Of course, Lynn's has a lot of time left and a lot of speed to make things happen still.
Crazy.
We're going to be looking at just about a 15-lap main event tonight, depending on where the timer falls. So a lot of racing left to go as we're only on lap number 3 right now. Holyak all over the back of Thomas Silic right now, trying to take over the 4 spot. He's got to run up the inside. He's going to make the pass.
As did Holyak with Silic. Oh, and Silic over the bars.
Silic down hard. Ty Smith going to go by along with a whole bunch of other riders.
Oh, and Smith down still. Blakely, tries to get by. Him and Toy get together. That's going to allow Adam Holm to go through. Salty Walty's up in here. Got Lang, Howell, Toy just not getting his ride back together after having a great start. But man, Carlo seems to be running away. Carlo sitting at an 8.2 second lead already 4 minutes in. Of course, 11 minutes left in this race, plus 1 lap.
And Matt Agate's sitting in second. DeSalle is reeling him in slowly, though.
Going through, looking for a battle anywhere. Holm trying to get going still. Lang versus Howell looks like probably the closest battle we have.
Ugh, excuse my yawning.
Hey, don't even worry. I'm right there with you. A long day. But pretty great racing here right now. Enjoying this. Oh, Lang, I thought he was going to go down. It seemed like he really came short on that finish line, but actually made it.
There's Howell going to make the move. We're on...
Nice.
Tyler Lang going to drop back into the number 8 spot. We find Connor Linz all the way up into 9th now. So he's on the move.
Yeah, Linz is sometimes, just like any race, just sometimes you can make it happen, get through. I mean, look at real life. Look at Tomac coming from 20th to ahead by +6 of anybody. That was pretty amazing. So.
Absolutely. Alex Collar going to lead another lap.
Oh, right now looks like DeSalle and Agate might be going at it soon.
Yeah, checking on the lap times as they come by. A 102.2 for Agate, a 101.2 for DeSalle. So DeSalle took a second out of that lead as he tries to move up into the number 2 spot. Looks like he's going to be closer. Mistake from Agate. Here comes DeSalle. He's going to land really close to him.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he let off just a bit knowing that his line had gotten slowed. So, great racing.
DeSalle now looking for an opening all over the back door of Agate. Got to run down the outside of the whoops. He's going to try to cut under.
Little head shake there.
A schwapadoodles going on. Oh, DeSalle has a run down this inside. Gets up alongside. We've seen a lot of guys get a run on that inside, but not able to finish the pass. Very much like that.
Yeah, especially with that off camber. Yep.
Carries a little more
looks like it came up really short there for DeSalle. Didn't get it on the back end, sadly.
Being at the back end, coming up behind these guys is Connor Holyak. He's definitely cutting into their gap. Looking at lap times once again. Our leader, 102.5. 102.4 for Agate, 102.1 for DeSalle, and 1 minute .7 for Holyak. So Holyak definitely tightening things up in this top 4.
Yeah, Holyak is
lapper time
right now.
Update on Connor Linz. He's up to the 6th spot.
Ooh, Agate got really close, DeSalle got really close to Agate there. Sorry.
DeSalle's got to run. Agate's going to go down.
Yep.
And Holyak slides out.
Yep.
Now he's got to try to get over this triple with no speed. Gets it done.
Wow.
So Hoyak up to third. Agate back running in fourth. Back in fifth, we find Adam Holm as Connor Lins runs in the sixth ride. Hey, look at the clock, Mr. Motoagogo. You know what time it is?
Hey, it's time one of those halfway through rundowns. Who is tonight sponsored by?
Brought to you by the foreign folks over at VersusPC.com, providing some badass prizes for the series, some badass computer parts and service. Custom builds, pre-builds, they have it all. Log on to VersusPC.com or send me an email over to Chris at RaceFactoryGaming.com, and I'll get you set up with those guys with a simulator discount. They'll get you dialed in. Leading the way still, great ride from Alex Carlo, number 66, riding on the factory Dino Nuggets machine. He's got a 5-second lead going on. He's had a great race. He's dealing with some lappers, but making it look good out front. In the 2 spot, we find Prime Design Graphics, number 34 of Chase DeSalle. Back in third, Connor Hoyak trying to knock off the points against Connor Lins on the Team Bird Moto number 15, and he's got his sights set on that number 2 position. So he's reeling him in fast. Someone actually whipped through this top 10 rundown to not miss that battle that's shaping up. Matt Agate runs in the 4 spot. Back in 5th, we find Adam Holm riding for Team Architect. Connor Lynn still stuck back in 6th with a big gap to make up to Adam Holm. Then we find Ethan Howell riding the Privateer machine in the number 7 ride. In the 8th, we find Josh Betts, another Verb Motor rider on the number 96. Andre Santos not having the main event he wants. Back in the 9 spot, dicing it out right now with Tomek Silic for the final spot in the VersusPC.com top 10 rundown. Silic all over the back door of Santos. That battle for second is what we need to be watching right now. Hoyak putting the moves down on Chase DeSalle.
Yeah, this should be a good battle here. Wondering how long it'll last, but either way, Hoyak is definitely wanting these points. Every little spot he gets is not much more to capitalize on.
Galore right now. Ben Toy does the right thing, gets out of the way, lets these guys race through. Nice job by the number 180 machine, not having the race he wants, but not wanting to ruin theirs.
Yep, Hoyak is probably going to go inside here. Yep.
Yeah, nice job by that lapper.
Smart.
Also moving out of the way. Nice job, Mr. Aaron Bonneau. Appreciate you being a good lapper.
Ooh, rider down in the middle of this rhythm.
That's Tyler Fry, another rider going a lap down. Carlo's lead is shrinking, so this battle for second very quickly could become a battle for the lead. Last time around, Carlo ran a 102.3, DeSalle a 1 minute, and 101.3 for Hoyak. So Carlo has to drop his lap time or hope for some help from behind. We got 5 minutes plus 1 lap to go in this race.
A lot of action already early here, and of course we still have another main tonight. 450 is going to be right after this, and that'll be a 20+ one as well.
Lynn still mired back in the number 6 spot, so these points are huge for Hoyak. He could potentially go into Vegas with the red plate coming in here 6 points down. He has the opportunity to take over the points lead.
Yeah, which is going to be great. I mean, I'd love to see it come down to, 1-2 points coming into the final round. Who doesn't? So kind of excited.
Plus the East-West shootout going on. It's going to be nutty.
Yeah, it's going to be so many people needing, points for their own class or side, and it's going to be, yeah, as you just said, it's going to be crazy.
Dell going to move around the lapper, and Hoyak going to get through too. The lapper actually made a mistake. I thought I might collect Hoyak. Hoyak does get through safely. And these guys are within a 1.5 seconds now of Alex Carlo, who leads the way.
What's crazy is Carlo had as high of an 8.5 second lead earlier, so...
Oh, Carlo almost gets taken out by a lapped rider. I think that Salty Walty was running it in extremely aggressive. Now an unsafe track re-entry right in front of Chase DeSalle.
Yeah, DeSalle having to really dodge him on the corner there.
Now he's got 2 lappers. He has to try to split down the rhythm. Chase DeSalle... And one of them, Tyler Lang, looks like he's trying to pull out of the way. Hoyak dealing with him as well, not having an easy time of it. And meanwhile, Salty Walty trying to race up through the pack while having leaders right in front of him.
Yeah, not a smart move to make at all. Carlo and DeSalle, same rhythm. Oh, and DeSalle's going to get the advantage. Yeah, as you just said, Carlo making the big mistake, coming down to the wire. 12 laps in, 12 minutes.
Looks like the 84 of Triptez, I believe that's going a lap down. Gonna let these guys race on through. Holyak kind of losing touch with the top two guys. Not too far out of it,
mistake
but he is
by
definitely
DeSalle.
losing some time.
Cutting huge on that corner. That cut can come into play later.
Now Holyak just closed that gap immediately on these guys. Got a little bit of clearer track, and all of a sudden it's closed right back up to the back door. DeSalle, Carlo looking solid out front.
Yeah, Carlo definitely doing everything he needs to hold on to this lead right now, but as we've seen, DeSalle and Holyak have been catching him lap after lap, so I'm hoping for a final lap battle here.
2.5 minutes plus a lap to go. The laps are winding down. Carlo's been great. Not quite as fast, but he did just run his fastest lap of the race, a 101.4, so he has dropped the lap time, and that was with a mistake down this first rhythm. So Carlo definitely answering by picking up the pace and actually opening a gap back up over Chase DeSalle, at least for now. This Holyak's putting the pressure on for the number 2 spot.
I'm actually going to get on board with Holyak for a second here to watch as he tries to catch these two.
Update on the championship.
Holyak.
Connor Lins is still in 6th.
Holyak caught up.
Carlo with a mistake.
There
Both guys going to get through.
Wow, so still this battle. So now Holyak is battling for first now.
So Holyak looking to put 3 more points on the board. If he can make a pass right here on DeSalle, he's all over him. Holyak's trying to run down the outside, got it through the rhythm a little bit faster. Not enough, though, to make the move just yet. Across the finish line. Looks like they're going to have about 3 laps to go. DeSalle's been strong. Holyak looking great tonight, though.
Holyak is staying extremely low on that little wall tabletop in the middle of that whoop section.
Man, looking back in the field, Lins is still running in 6th, still 10 seconds out of the top 5, and he actually has Ethan Howell closing in on him from behind, so not the race that he wants.
Yeah, as you're just saying, it might be a swap of points leaders tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Holyak's got this rhythm wired around the outside. Now I'm watching. He might slingshot this berm and be able to get to the inside before the finish.
There he goes.
There he goes.
And, oh, and he puts them both down.
Alex Carlo, though, has dropped 10 seconds on these guys. They're going to be getting back up and going. That's also allowing the clock to tick, but they're not going to get they're going to get across before the 15-minute mark. So 2 laps to go. Holyak to the lead.
DeSalle mistake.
Probably fired up.
Yeah, DeSalle with a big mistake there. Slid out, trying to get back on the throttle, really wanting to get back around. Holyak with a pretty aggressive move there at the same time. He really wants that extra 3 points.
So Connor Holyak looking to pick up 25 points with a win here.
There's DeSalle and there's Carlo. See where there's Lins, as you were just saying, a ways back.
So right now, the way they run, it'd be a 4-point lead going into the last round for Connor Holyak. That would mean he only needs a second, even if Lins wins. Of course, this race is not over yet with 2 to go, or a lap and a half to go now.
I like how you said that he only needs a second. I'm not saying that a bad way. It's just always funny to think about.
Yeah, it takes he doesn't have to beat him, which is always nice.
Yeah, he could stay
Especially
one spot behind him, pretty much. Yep.
And across, the white flag out for Holyak. Chase DeSalle right there in 2nd. Adam Holm has moved up to 3rd. Carlos dropped to 4th.
Man,
Matt Agnett's still in 5th.
I got to give him the, I don't know what I'm looking for, the most prestigious ride of the night, especially with, coming back into racing recently and just having such a good night of racing, winning his heat, and then right now podium possibly tonight's race.
Yeah, great performance. About half a lap to go for Connor Holyak. Keep an eye on him to see if he can take this win in the red plate to Las Vegas.
Yeah, Holyak, if he does win this, he deserves. I mean, a little bit interesting of a pass there. I mean, I don't know if he really meant to nail him like he did, just trying to get the inside. But after riding and coming back, oh, that's a bad rhythm. DeSalle does get a faster line.
DeSalle obviously tries to get close, even for cuts at this point. Makes a mistake, though. That's going to allow Connor Holyak to take the win in New Jersey on the number 15 Verb Moto machine.
I was checking at home really quick. He's far enough back.
But he's back up and running.
Yep.
So he'll be taking the number 2 spot and coming around on the podium for Team Architect on 192 of Adam Holm.
Yeah, great racing for all of them.
Carlo, great performance, led probably 85% of this race, comes across on the Dino Nuggets machine in the number 4 spot.
Yeah, getting really a good ride. And here comes Linz. Can he hold off Howell? That is the question about points right now. As you said, if they stay right now, the lead changes +4. Yeah, Howell is aggressive right now. Linz is, as of right now, without cuts. I mean,
4 points.
He went up 6 up. Oh, and he instant DCs. It went from 6 points up to possibly 4 points down going into the final round. This is what I'm talking about, though. This is the best part about racing, to me, is whenever you go into the final races with points so close. I couldn't ask for anything better. And cuts are in. And nothing changes top 10. Yeah, I'm actually curious about that, too. I wonder what chat is saying. Now we're already jumping to the final race tonight, 450 main coming up.
And on the line, we have Bryce Whelan, Peter Light, William St. Laurent, Jack Haley, Jeremy Shipley, Devin Davis, Zoe Cross, Josh Hamilton, Colton Mitchell, Tyson Fresquez, Michael Wheeler, Jesse Mullins, Casey Ullert, Clay Alfrey, Jeremy Smith, Matthias Janis, James Armstrong, Jesse Hindy, Tyler Schmidt, Matt Burkeen, Craig Leake, Brock Pearson. Heading to the gate here, 450-man event. We're going to go 20 minutes plus 1 lap. And remember, battle for second in the series is on here between Smith and Shipley coming into the night. Those guys separated by 7 points. Shipley has the spot. He has 7 points over Jeremy Smith. James Armstrong a pretty far ways back, but never know what can happen there. And then, of course, that top 10 battle is on between Davis, Haley, Stocks, Turley, and Robb, who are not here, and Bryce Whelan. Battle to get into that top 10.
So see who wants the curse tonight in 450 class. Oh, and a couple of main guys are already down. So Schmidt is actually going to take off, and it looks like Whelan right behind. Oh, as Whelan goes down. So Schmidt, if he wants it, he pretty much has it.
Who you got, Mr. Motoagogo, and who's your surprise of the night?
Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. Tonight's track has been iffy tonight. I'm going to go with, just to be fun, I'm going to go with Burkeen for the win. We've had surprises from LCQ tonight. I'm going to go with Burkeen for the win. Just going to go randomly go with that. The surprise for tonight? Let's go with Alfrey top 5.
All right, I'm going to go really out on a limb and go Mullins for a win.
Ooh.
And the surprise of the night, I'm going to go 3 TBR riders in the top 6. All 3 of them in the top 6, which would be Ullert, Schmidt, and Jeremy Smith.
I'm going to watch really quick as Zoe Cross. He had 2 hole shots tonight. Can he do it again on the 350?
Gates down.
Nope.
Whelan has a great jump. So does Fresquez. And Jack Haley around the outside is going to blow off the track. Fresquez gets the official hole shot, but Bryce Whelan immediately to the lead. Tyler Schmidt going to go right with him. Fresquez slots into the number 3 spot.
Yeah, Fresquez not really needing this win as he's already won the championship, but hey, a win's a win.
Whelan trying to go back-to-back right now. We pulled off a solid win last week.
Yeah, I wanted to call him out for my win tonight, but you know, it's always nice to mix it up with different riders. But yeah, as you just said, after winning last week, he's coming in with a lot of confidence right now.
Hey, I'm looking freaking brilliant as Whelan makes a
goes
mistake.
down.
Schmidt to the lead, and Casey Ullert was up in there, and he just went down.
Oh.
Now Fresquez to the lead. Davis to second. Wait, Devin Davis is in the number 2 spot, everybody.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. He had to race the LCQ tonight, didn't he? No. Am I?
Negative. He had a great ride in the heat race. Actually got second, and now he's in the lead.
Oh, Tyson
Fresquez is
down.
Devin Davis is probably freaking out right now with the lead.
Yeah, so Mitchell right now, wow, it skipped Schmidt.
Mitchell would have been a great pick for the lead as fast as he's been, and I don't have a doubt in my mind that he can put Schmidt and Davis behind him as he's going to make the move right here on Tyler Schmidt.
Yeah, good battle here for second as they go side by side. Quad for Mitchell.
Oh my god, did you see that quad?
Hey, the quad, either way, whenever you see them, they're pretty amazing in this game. So, but right now, huge props to Devin Davis. I mean, I'd love to see him win tonight.
You like quads.
Not couches, though. Not couches. But right now, Devin Davis, I'd really, really be happy to see him win. Oh, as I say that, commentator's curse, and he's over. Wow.
And Colton Mitchell to the #1 ride. Tyler Schmidt giving chase right behind him. He's got to look to the inside. Comes Schmidt.
Great.
Man, back to the form that won him that title last year. Just doing it on the 450 this time. He's got to run down the inside. He's going to the lead.
Yeah, right up to the lead for Schmidt. Great pass. Big mistake there.
I expected these guys to battle this year, but on 250s, not on 450s.
Looking saucy while doing it, too. I mean, just really clean riding.
Mitchell looking for an opening to get back around Schmidt. This is where he made the pass a lap ago.
Yeah, none of the front three going for the quad right in.
Jeremy Smith and Bryce Wheelan right there. Peter Like running in the top 5 right now with Jesse Mullins making the move around the outside of him, dropping him to 6th.
Wow, okay, so Mitchell made a huge mistake in the rhythm, went down really hard. So it's going to allow Wheelan to get by again, and Mullins, Like, Olart.
Hey.
There's Mitchell.
Olert's in 6th, and guess who's in 1 and 2? His 2 TBR teammates. I'm looking like a genius right now. Just finish the race, guys.
Who'd you pay off tonight, Checkers? I need to know. Who'd you send your $35 to this time? I'm sorry I had to. Oh, God. Gotta love it. Gotta love his community sometimes. But Schmidt right now looking solid. Let's actually go on board really quick and do a quick lap as we go around this main. If anything, of course, is going on behind, just let me know.
Who are you on board with?
I'm on board with the leader really quick. Just watch him take a lap around.
You should maybe jump on board with Wheelan just because he's chasing around Jeremy Smith right now back in 3rd.
This is why we have co-commentators, guys. It makes our battles and make sure that we can not miss anything on the track.
Yeah, we do our best. Oh, Wheelan goes for that quad.
Yeah, that was a really cool line there. Oh, but makes a mistake.
He makes a mistake exiting the turn. He's going to lose some time, and now Mullins is back up on him. Jesse Mullins is coming through right now on the #9. Schmidt continuing to lead on the TBR machine. Nice job by him. Jeremy Smith in 2nd, looking to gain control of 2nd in the standings as Shipley runs back in the 6th spot. Update on Fresquez. He's mired back in the #12 ride right now. It gets taken to the ground. It's stuck in the Davalos bales, so not looking good right now for the #1 of Fresquez.
Speaking of Davalos bales and whoever flipped over him earlier, where's Devin Davis sitting at after leading this?
He was in the top 10. He's actually running in the 7th spot.
Not bad, not bad. Could have fallen back a lot further, but this battle for the lead still heating up. I hate to stick around, or not for the lead, sorry, for 2nd, but...
2nd, 3rd, and 4th are pretty close together, and they're running a wicked fast pace. I'm watching Wheelan to see if he busts that quad again. Does not. Prize of the night might be Zoe Cross. He's gotten some great starts on that 350. The iLab.com machine. He's running in 6th right now on it. Take a look back there. Actually, Devin Davis putting the pressure on Zoe Cross, unless that battle's really good up there.
Yeah, it's getting up here. Smith right on the, or Wheelan right on the back of Smith right now. Stretch out a little bit on that off camber. Neither of them want to hit the stripper pole.
Absolutely. Bryce Wheelan's really starting to make himself one of the names to look for week in and week out that could potentially win one of these main events.
I mean, this is so close right now. Smith, Wheelan, and Mullins is now mixing it up again. We've got a good battle here for 2nd, and they're catching the leader right now, too.
But Wheelan quads up inside.
Ooh, and there it is, going for the pass. Does he get a clean? He almost does. But that is also going to allow Mullins.
Smith's going to come back around Mullins. Mullins with a save. No, he's down.
Yeah, almost saved it. Got stuck in the magnets and sadly got drawn out.
Shipley going to come around the outside as Mullins gets going. They're battling it out now.
Yeah, Mullins doing anything he can after making so many mistakes, even if he can come back.
And now that Wheelan's in the 2 spot, it looks like he's reeling in Tyler Schmidt extremely fast.
Yeah, Wheelan is on the move right now. What lap time is this? He had a couple of issues. 59.3, though. I mean, still a fast lap. Schmidt sitting at a 1 flat, so still a faster lap. Like I said, Whelan having a couple mistakes. Amazing to see sub 1 minute.
Update on Fresquez, he's climbed up into the top 10 now. Make that 9th here as he goes around the outside of Hindi, his buddy.
Ooh, Whelan jumping a little bit far on the wall there, going a little bit nose down, but holds on to it.
Battle for the lead is definitely looking good. Whelan has Schmidt, I believe, right where he wants him, besides he's in front and not behind him. Schmidt, though, he's a fighter. He's solid, so we'll see what he can do. Whelan's got a run on the inside.
Yep, great inside line.
Exploded out of that corner and to the lead.
Yeah, Schmidt had to back off a little bit. He was starting to cross jump.
Whelan, the way he can explode off the landings of the jumps and pull out these quads is incredible. Bryce Whelan trying to go back-to-back in RF Supercross here in the 450 class.
Yeah, Whelan's ride tonight is very reminiscent of Hunter Root when we used to see him out here all the time.
And that's bad news for those other guys battling to be in the top 10 in points, because that's going to catapult Whelan back to the top of that group or close to it the way he's riding. We're 7 minutes, 40 seconds into this, not even halfway yet, though.
Yeah,
so
Smith and Schmidt about to go at it right here, it looks like.
Couple of teammates and good friends. Been teammates for a long, long time in this game.
And on top of that, Smith, it's always cool to have an actual pro racer in real life race RF with us.
Yeah, both the hometown race for these guys. Jeremy Smith will actually be racing in front of his hometown crowd, some real Supercross here in just a couple of days. It's got to be an exciting moment for Mr. Jeremy Smith. Of course, check him out on the number 309 machine on Saturday night at New Jersey in the 250 class.
Yeah, it's I mean, he what was it, qualified 14th, I think, a couple rounds ago, which isn't bad.
And he's as privateer as they get.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's crazy.
It done out there. Made a main event. In his rookie season in Supercross, he's a legit Supercross guy for sure.
Here we go. The battle is heating up again, as I'm just saying. Schmidt has Smith all over him.
Smith shows him a wheel. Of course, being respectful with his friend and teammate.
Ooh, did you see how far Smith jumped on that? Landed about halfway to the turn. Oh, and Schmidt with a mistake. I honestly thought he was about to go instant legs off there, but held on to it.
These guys are really having a lot of fun right now, being buddies, battling it out like they are.
Yeah, just super clean racing, and like you said, probably in team speak, chatting with each other, looking out for each other. Oh, and the mistake. Oh, I thought down. Schmidt was going to take Smith with him, too.
Shipley trying to go after him as well. Schmidt gets going into Shipley a little bit, but they're fine. They're good racing. And now remember, Shipley's second in points. Coming into this with 7 points over Smith. Smith looking to take 2 away from that, make it 5 going into Vegas. And this is important because whoever wins the battle in points between these two will get that second pick on the prizes. So everything up for grabs besides that Bell Moto 9 from Tiger Designs, which is already taken by Fresquez.
Oh, and I mean, the way you look at it right now, you can get a 1070 graphics card for pretty cheap these days, and that $250 at Versa-PC for whoever grabs it, that's probably a brand new graphics card for you right there.
Yeah, absolutely, and a host of other awesome prizes up for grabs if they want something else.
Oh, look at Schmidt going for it.
Really cool to see Schmidt make this transition to the 450 so well and make himself a player as we go into the, wrap up this 2017 season and start looking to 2018 to see who's going to be the front runners. It might be one of those names that's going to be knocking on the door of the top 5s.
And they're just staying so close together.
And once this battle calms down, we'll do one of those awesome top 10 rundowns. But right now, Schmidt and Shipley is where it's at on the track. Oh, we have a new leader. Holy crap. Jeremy Smith is leading this thing over Bryce Whelan, so Whelan must have had a mistake.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there.
In lappers, deep into lappers too.
Yeah,
so
6.4 second lead must have been a pretty heavy legs off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the slide out by Schmidt.
Last time around.
So Shipley gets by.
Now that battle has calmed down, I guess we have a new leader. It's time. For the top 10 rundown, brought to you by the fine folks at Ride365.com. They got pretty much anything you can imagine for your bike or body if you like dirt bikes. And leading the way, TBR rider Jeremy Smith in front of the hometown crowd. Has a gazillion lappers, including Mr. Michael Wheeler, to deal with. And he's trying to run away with this thing on the TBR machine. Running in second, BGFX rider Quad Up. Mr. Bryce Wheelan getting it after those quads. And he's not out of this thing by any means. He ran a 1:09, 10 seconds off his fast lap that last lap around. So definitely a costly fall off for Wheelan.
Yep.
Shipley moves up to the 3rd spot right now. He's looking to have a 2-point gap now going into the Vegas for that 2nd spot in the series. Riding for VersusPC.com and FamMX. That's Jeremy Shipley. Back in the 4 spot, we find Tyler Schmidt, TBR rider, on the number 36. Following him up, we have running in the 5th spot, the number 9 of Jesse Mullins. He's definitely getting excited about that outdoor series kicking off here in a couple of weeks. The defending outdoor RF champion, the Ride365.com National Series. Team Volcom's defending 4-time and already clinched champion Tyson Fresquez runs in the number 6 spot with a steaming 58.2 fast lap that last time around.
Absolutely on fire.
He is laying her down. Back in the number 7 spot, we find the DX3 machine, the 45 of Devin Davis. In 8th, we find William St. Laurent, Mad Cape, number 62. Battling out with the 350 machine. Up in the top 10, nice ride for the iLab.com new team this week for Zoacross. Matt Burkeen rounds out the top 10 rundown here on the Ride365.com top 10 rundown. That's Tiger Designs rider Matt Burkeen on the number 8. The 8 ball running 5th gear down the whoops, sitting down the whole way, bogging her down.
And that is such a crazy ride style. We talk about it every once in a while, but if you guys have never watched, Burkeen is sitting, I'd say about 90-95% of the track, and it's unlike anybody else riding.
Update on Bryce Wheelan's drop back to the 4 spot. Schmidt back up into a podium spot in 3rd.
Wow.
And Mullins now closing in on Wheelan. Wheelan with the mistake. He's going to go down. And Mullins going to capitalize.
Yep, and there goes Fresquez as well. Yep.
Wow, Fresquez a 59.1 that time around. So he's just laying the heaters down as he goes after Mullins.
People asking how much time is left in the race. We're at 14 minutes, 6 minutes plus 1 lap.
A lot of time left in this race, actually.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's crazy, though. It's one of the few races we've had lately with lap times so close to a minute. We're back down to the traditional right about Supercross lap times. Or not times, sorry, for laps per main.
Fresquez has moved around Mullins now.
Yeah, Mullins had a mistake, was laying on the ground there, so it looks like got Schmidt ahead of him. Schmidt has been riding pretty solid today, though, but, and Fresquez with those fast laps.
Wow. Don't count out Devin Davis. He has moved. Oh, he makes a mistake as I say that. And Mullins makes a mistake, though. These guys about to do battle over the number 5 spot.
Hey, battle is always worth watching. Oh, and Davis sliding
Devin lays it down. Doesn't really lose any time. Nice recovery there.
He meant to do that. I just wanted to keep it low in that corner.
Devin looking feisty tonight. Was obviously running at the front of the field early in the main. Now battling to get back into a top 5. Mullins with the mistake off track.
And
Davis
as well.
Oh, Jesse actually, I think, hit the brakes to try to get a safe track re-entry and actually almost stopped in front of Davis. Now Mullins has to try to size up the 45. It's the Colt 45 of Devin Davis.
A great battle here between these two. Oh, Mullins showing a wheel.
Aggressive. Makes a little mistake, though.
Oh, Mullins staying so low off that. And look who's right behind him. There's Wheelan.
Oh, Janice tries to get out of the way as a lapper actually jumped in front of Wheelan. Mullins all the way off on the start straight.
Yep, so Wheelan gets around him. Davis has a little bit of breathing room. Davis now up to 5th spot, having a great ride tonight.
Shipley just made the move on Tyler Schmidt up into 3rd, so Shipley, or 2nd, sorry, so Shipley must have had a mistake. He did. He ran a 108 last time around, dropped 2nd temporarily to Tyler Schmidt, makes the move back by. Fresquez coming from way back up to 4th, and he has a shot at 2nd at least still. Out front, no problems for the number 4 of Jeremy Smith. He's got an 18.9 second lead. No big deal.
Yeah, just absolutely running away with this race tonight. Oh, and Schmidt, that was an interesting line there. He jumped on the off-camber, doubled in off of that. I think that's the first time I've seen somebody do that.
A mistake in the turn.
I think that's Armstrong stuck in the bales there.
Stuck in the bales. Poor guy. He's just not having the night that he wants, that's for sure.
Yeah, usually Armstrong, top 5 contender tonight. I don't even know where he's at. Probably, sadly, 12th to 15th.
Wow, Jeremy Smith is about to put 10th place a lap down, and it's a longer track tonight, so it's harder to lap, guys. And we still have a lot of racing, 3 minutes plus a lap to go.
Yeah, possibly a, let's say, 22, 23 lap race.
20, yeah, no, we're probably 21-ish.
Yeah, 21, true, yeah.
Depending on where the clock falls, being that we're right around a minute lap time.
Yeah, Smith doing work still. Let's look back a little bit, see if any battles are happening. Here, Mullins, Davis. Not really a lot going on out here.
Yeah, I'm waiting, honestly. For a while, Fresquez was closing in pretty rapidly on Tyler Schmidt, but Schmidt's weathered the storm, and Fresquez has made a couple mistakes.
Well, way back here in 14th for a second, let's give some of these guys a little credit. Hindi versus Leak here, a little battle. Let me know, of course, if anything's happening up front if you're kind of glancing around, but it's probably the closest thing I've seen.
For those of you wondering about James Armstrong's health, he has gotten back going around the racetrack.
He was only stuck in the Davalos blocks for, about a lap. Oh, and Leak going down, making the mistake, so Hindy's going to go by. Look back to the front. Smith still having
nothing really.
Oh, Shipley making a little mistake, so Schmidt's going to catch him just a little bit. Not enough, though, for really a battle yet.
Yeah, William St. Laurent and Bryce Whelan, the two closest guys on the track, and actually St. Laurent going to close right up as Whelan makes a mistake.
Yeah, as Fresquez just absolutely killing it right now. Last lap, it's a 101, a little bit slow for him. It's still at 58, just killing it, 58.2.
And he's making a few mistakes. He was coming through the pack so well. Looked like he was going to climb right up into the number 3 spot, and now Tyler Schmidt looks like he's coming back on Shipley.
Yeah, he's been slowly gaining on him. Last couple of laps here.
Can't say enough how impressed I am with Schmidt on the 450.
I just make it look
really
easy.
Cool to see. Oh, Fresquez with another mistake as I went back to him. He was sliding out in the corner. The wheels have kind of come off that freight train that was going to the front aboard the number 1.
But as we just said earlier, I mean, he's already got the championship wrapped up, so it's just kind of just another race for him.
All right, so Jeremy Smith just went across the line. Next time around, he will be grabbing the white flag. So 2 laps to go for your leader, who is a mile in front of the field. The battle for second is on now.
And watching Schmidt still just hanging on, waiting to see if he can catch him.
Well, right now, he's got a big enough gap over Fresquez. He can afford a fall off, so Schmidt can really lay it all down in these last 2 laps.
And then, of course, ahead of him is Shipley here. Now they're in the
we have a battle for the 7th spot right now. Matt Burkeen has climbed up to the back of William St. Laurent, the Mad Cape rider.
Yeah, Burkeen, my choice for the win tonight, but sadly not going to do too well. But hey, a top 10, you can never get mad.
Oh, quadding up to the inside. Makes the move. Nice pass by Burkeen. That was threading the needle if I've ever seen. He looked like a grandma at sewing class.
Yeah, St. Laurent even looked pretty aware of what was happening. He must have a spotter just letting him know that he was coming right up. Oh, and he's going to try to go inside, but not enough yet. Oh, and Burkeen was sadly the mistake.
As they do go to work all over again as the white flag's out for your leader.
Oh,
Burkeen jumps over
right
into him, puts them both on the ground. They're actually both going to go a lap down, I believe, while they're laying on the ground.
Yeah, Pearson's far enough back that he's not
going to... Oh, our leader's actually right behind those guys right now. They might only have to battle to the finish if one of them gets lapped and the other doesn't.
Very true.
Or, of course, if they both do. St. Laurent lets Jeremy Smith go by.
Burkeen having to dodge a down rider there. St. Laurent's still behind, so it looks like our leader, yep, Smith right there in between the two. So Burkeen, as you just said, can make it to the end here. He solidifies that spot.
So he's trying to do just that.
Yeah, smart move.
Looks like he's going to get it done, so...
And a switch all the way to the front to congratulate Jeremy Smith for winning here tonight at East Rutherford.
In front of the hometown crowd.
Yep.
Jeremy Smith, number 4 TBR, second place, battling him for second in the series. Looks like we're going to settle it in Vegas with a 5-point gap. As Jeremy Shipley on the Versus PC, FamMX number 39 is going to come across in the number 2 spot.
Now, speaking of Smith winning as well, hopefully it gives him a lot of confidence going into the actual race Saturday. And across the line in third is Schmidt, having a good ride, almost caught back up. Rasquez having a little bit of a rough night, but like we said, already got the championship. So, hey, who doesn't want a 4th place in a pro race?
Coming around in 5th is Jesse Mullins, if he can hang on for 2 more corners. On the number 9, he's going to get that done. Bryce Whelan, last week's winner, not able to back it up. Drops the BGFX ride into the 6th spot. And the last rider on the lead lap, 7th place. It's the 8-ball Tiger Designs front flipping machine.
Hopefully front flips this. He should. Nope. He just launches it.
Alright, cuts are in. Looks like our top 10 will stay the same, rounding out the top 10. William St. Laurent, Brock Pearson, and Zoacross.
Great night of racing as always. I mean, thank you guys again for hanging out tonight. It's another great Wednesday night of racing. Of course, we have one more round left. Las Vegas next week. Should be a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited. We got a lot of close points battles, especially for 250s, as well as a couple, you know, not, of course, your winner, but 450s, a couple very close as well. Checkers, anything you want to say before we head out tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Just everybody remember, tomorrow night, amateur racing. Log on to racefactorgaming.com for more information on the racing. Head to mxsimulator.com. Check out the free demo of the game if you haven't played it. If you do play it, join us on the forums for some banter. And, of course, thank you to the fine sponsors that help us at racefactorgaming.com. Of course, MotoOption, the MotoOption Supercross Series, presented by Race Tech Suspension and Engines. Also, the fine folks at VersusPC.com, Tiger Designs, Ride365.com, MotoChasin. Check them out on YouTube at MotoChasin. Of course, our fine folks here at Start Your Systems, where you're watching us right now. And my co-host, where can they find you once again?
Yeah, you guys can find me if you enjoyed tonight, twitch.tv/Motoagogo. And yeah, like I said, stream pretty often. And of course, don't forget, guys, this Friday, first announcement of St. Jude coming up. We got a big series coming up, a very good charity event. Be sure to keep an eye on that. And it should possibly be on the RF site. Should make it a little bit easier on you guys. But again, for everybody out here, you guys have a good night. We'll see you next Wednesday.
What's up, my dudes? If you're not first, you're last.